John here, John Barry. Today's review will be on Player's Kai Final Fantasy 15 Ignis Scientia. Box. Here's the front. As always, Square Enix put in a ton of details on their box. And it can be opened as well. Here's a quick bio of the character. Here's the right side, the back side, the left side, the top, and the bottom. And now we're back to the front. Details. Well, what can I say about the detail? It's basically a man in his sexy black dress clothes. And look, he wears the manliest purple shirt with black spots. Oh yeah. Plus, the paint job here is very beautiful and clean. There's no sloppy paint marks at all. Sure, the color on the figure may be basic, but if you take a closer look, you can see there's glossy black running down the pants. And his gloves are metallic silver as well. What about the sculpt? Well, it's fantastic with wrinkles and bends all across the body. And now, moving on to the head. He looks like a very handsome guy. His glasses are even sculpted on, and the frames are made of a sweet clear plastic. And I like that Square Enix does not overshade this face like what they used to do in the past. But you can still find some shading on the sides just to pull out more character. Check out his sweet hairstyle. It is a mix of dark gray and light gray. If you look at his belt buckle, you'll see that he has a golden skull on it. You'll have to look really close though. His buttons are also painted and sculpted well. You can't forget about his sexy shoes. It's so glossy and has awesome textures. Oh, and the bottom of the shoes even are detailed out as well. Bravo, Square Enix. It is so amazing that you decided to copyright label on the back of his legs instead. Accessories. Yep, there's a pretty fair amount of stuff, so I won't complain. Anyways, he comes with his default fists, and there are 3 extra pair of hands as well. All of them are sculpted very well and very metallic. He has 2 open hands, 2 holding hands, a pair of hands that are sculpted as if he's fixing his gloves before kicking some fiend's butt as well. Finally, he comes with 2 gorgeous twin daggers. They sure look magnificent, especially the symbols. And now for articulations. First things first, just like all Player's Kai, you can hear the articulation. If you don't know what I mean, you'll see. First, his head. His head can look down. Very nice. He can look up, but it's not all that good because of his hair right here. Prevents further movement. Can look to the side and the other side. As you can see, his neck and his head have different articulation joints. That's his head alone. And now with the neck, can look to the side like that, and the other side as well. Can also move forward. His arms can go like that, parallel to the ground very nicely. You hear that? That's what I mean. Anyways, can move forward like that. I assume he can move all the way around, but then his coat here, as you can see, prevents further movement, and I don't want to rip this as well. You can also twist his arm like that. His elbow joint could bend like that very nicely. It's double jointed. His wrist, you could spin it. And he also has the weird Player's Kai wrist joint as well. For his chest area, he actually has 2 joints here and here. But then the clothing, they actually hit it very well, so it's inside the shirt, so you can't really see it. And because the shirt also prevents a lot of movement from the upper portion, but you can have a little bit, as you can see here. Also a little bit to the side as well.
And then for the bottom portion, you can bend forward like that. As you can clearly see, very nicely. Also to the side and spin as well. For his legs, he can do the splits. Marvelous. He can also do big boots. But he can't really do yoga all that well because his butt piece here prevents further articulation, as you can see. You can twist his leg, and his knee can bend all the way back like that, very nicely. His ankles can bend down and up. You can also twist them like that. There is no toe joint, as you can see here, no toes. So yeah, and that's all for articulation.
Measuring. He stands at 10 inches at the tip of his hair. Here's a quick comparison to Titus. And here's a comparison to Cloud. And now to my childhood hero, Kamen Rider Zio. And now for my final thoughts. To be honest with you, the price of the Player's Kai figures are getting higher and higher as time passes, so it might affect the pleasure of having this figure for you guys. This figure cost me $140, so I understand why some people won't get the figure. But is it worth it, you may ask? Well, kind of. Don't get me wrong, this figure looks so amazing. The paint job and the sculpt are stunning, and the articulation is the best thing about it due to ability to hide the gaps. So, if you're a hardcore Final Fantasy fan, you would be happy with it. If you're not, you'll be let down by its simple design and relative lack of accessories. Yeah, that's about it. And I guess I'll see you guys next time.